Hi everyone, I'm back with another recent vinyl update. I've got a bunch of things I've picked up, all New Zealand material, some second hand, some new. Good pile here, let's rip into it. Okay, I'm going to start off with some 7 inches. This is Lontalius Bouncers. This is a lathe cut, Geraldine lathe cut, done in a very, very limited run. 25, this is number 2. And this is kind of, what is it? It's kind of a, kind of Cassia tone, kind of keyboard, indie kind of thing. And out on Papa E.T. Records, you can pick it up on Bandcamp as well if you look for them, Lontalius. It's got a little insert here, and I like on here, it is in his list of thank yous, he's got my dad for paying for these records. So. Also picked up this Electric Blood single, 2011, and it was recorded back in 1982 in East Tyree near Dunedin. And you've got Robert Scott, who you might know of from the Bats and from the Clean, and his brother Andrew Scott, Graham McCarricker and Jim Strang playing on there, and Phil Tompkins. And so this has only just come out this year, 4 songs on here, 33 RPM. It's a really nice kind of early look at some of those kind of Dunedin sound characters and what they were up to. This lovely little package here from Gianmarco Ligori. I've showed his recent LP, Duga 3, which is just fantastic. And this is an earlier 7-inch of his, and from a couple of years ago on his label Sarang Bang Records, Penta, and the other side Beat Instrumental. And just really, really nicely done. This is kind of, I suppose it's kind of like a European kind of instrumental soundtrack sound from a few years back. And in my last video I showed the Toy Love LP, which was a Record Store Day exclusive, New Zealand's first Record Store Day exclusive. Here's the second, and this is a little 7-inch from Lawrence Arabia, 2 songs, Lick Your Wounds and Perfect Specimens. I believe one of these is going to be on his forthcoming album Sparrows, the other one isn't, and this was put out by Volume Magazine, a great free weekly music mag, which went defunct just shortly after this, but they put this out to mark Record Store Day. Another couple of 7 inches just quickly that I picked up, Dictaphone Blues. This is from a couple of years ago. This is 115 of a run of 200, Questionnaire and School Tomorrow. They've just got a new LP out as well. And The Landing. This is a split 7-inch with Porta Static, and The Landing features Gianmarco Ligori, who I showed his single before, and this is out again on his label Sarang Bang Records. Oh, and this is also on red vinyl. Okay, now a couple of second-hand things. This is what we're listening to now. King Loser, their second album, You Cannot Kill What Does Not Live. Great over-driven, distorted guitars, surf guitar. These guys are big fans of, what's his name? It's gone. You know, that surf guitar guy. So you've got a cover on here of Miseraloo, and insert out of Flying Nun, and this is towards the end of when Flying Nun were releasing LPs, 1995. I think 96 might have been about the last date they put LPs out. Okay, this is a new one. This, although it's been out for a few years, I don't know if there's many copies left of it, is Datura, Visions for the Celestial. This features, what's his name, Craig Williamson, who's also in Arc Descent, and I've shown a couple of their LPs in earlier videos, and this is kind of psych, stoner, space rock. I believe there were some coloured vinyl versions of these floating around. This is on black, and yeah, it came out in 1999, but just got issued and reissued last year on Crowded Mind Records from Germany, so you might be able to pick up a copy from them. Jacob Solace. This is a nice find. Actually, this is from it's from a few years ago, and it just got released on vinyl in, I think the original CD came out in 2006, and then the vinyl came out a few years later. And there's two different versions of it. There's a black vinyl version which has a different cover. This is the same cover as the CD, but it's really looks really nice. But this one has here's the inside, and this is kind of monumental, brooding guitar, bass, and drums instrumentals building slowly. It's kind of like a thunderstorm looming on the horizon. It's just a brilliant album, and there's one disc on black and one disc on red. It's nice to pick that up. I've actually been looking for that for a long time, and then a couple have seemed to have surfaced lately on Trade Me, the New Zealand auction site. Okay. Another second-hand pickup, Sneaky Feelings. Been picking up a bit of Flying Nun material. This is their first EP, Send You, from 1983. Incidentally, there's a great radio series being made by the radio station BFM. If you look up 95bfm.com and do a look on there for extended play, and it's a series about classic Flying Nun EPs from the 80s, and really great series, and you can download those podcasts and have a listen to it. I recommend them. So this is Sneaky Feelings from Dunedin, 1983, and their first EP. The Clean Vehicle, and this is their album from 1990. Really good. I just picked this up second hand, picked it up at a nice price, and yeah, this is really, I think everything that the Clean put out is strong actually. So yeah, another strong album from the Clean. And here's another one, Mr. Pop, and this came out, well, this is more recent. Mr. Pop was maybe a few years ago, and this has been released by More Music from Europe. So I picked it up from their website, and this has got more of a kind of Eastern kind of psych sound to it, along with the kind of all those classic Clean elements of, guitar-based indie pop. And from the same label, More Music, I've actually picked it up at the same time, is Surf City and their first EP. And yeah, it's nice to get this on vinyl. It's kind of six nice kind of noisy guitar indie pop tracks. And Surf City are a great band. Their album Kudos I've showed earlier, which is really good, and nice to pick up that EP on vinyl. This was another Record Store Day release actually, 3 New Zealand releases. This is Damn Native, and it's a limited press for 113. I've got number 8, and it's a 12-inch single featuring 3 mixes of the song Sirens in the City, and it's got 2 mixes of Horrified One and another song, Lick My Patu. So Damn Native is Māori hip-hop, and some of these songs are on an absolute classic album, Kaupapa Rhythms Uplifted, which came out in the late 90s. Really strong album. It's nice to have some remixes of this, and yeah, really good release. Alright, another second-hand pickup, Snapper. And this is a classic. This is a stone cold classic, this EP, the Snapper EP from 1989, I think, 88 or 89. And I've never had this on vinyl. I mean, I was a huge fan of Snapper. I used to go and see them all the time in Dunedin, and this is just recognised as an absolute classic. It's got the song Buddy on it, which has been covered by a lot of people internationally as well as from New Zealand. But I think I had it on some beat up old cassette and just never got it on vinyl. And I was down in Dunedin for the weekend recently, and I was in a great shop, Two Tone Records, who have one of the best selections of New Zealand alternative music I've ever seen actually. I mean, it's not the cheapest shop on earth, but if you want something rare, the chances are that Tony and Two Tone's got it. So I was leafing through the bins and I saw this, I picked it up, I thought, pretty good actually, I wouldn't mind that. And I just kind of just put it back, and was leafing through the rest of the bins and just kind of deciding whether or not I'd pick this up. And the door of the shop opened, and in walks Peter Gutteridge, who was in Snapper. And he played vocals, guitar, keyboards. wrote all the lyrics and most of the music on here. So I picked it up, got him to sign it. So he signed it. It was his 51st birthday actually, so he's 51 years. Peter Gutteridge. So a nice signed copy of the Snapper EP. And while I was in Dunedin, I also caught up with Ian Henderson from Fish Rider Records, who are a great label putting out psych pop. And they've been putting out albums by The Puddle, which Ian plays in, along with his brother George. And I actually showed this EP, Secret Holiday Victory Blues, when I got it, but he decided they didn't like the cover. It was just kind of a sticker on a plain white sleeve with a hole, and so they got proper sleeves pressed up. And so while I was down there, I met up with Ian and picked up my replacement sleeve, and it does look good. So, and this is a great LP as well. Alright, next up, another shop, another pickup in Dunedin actually, another shop had 25% off all New Zealand music for New Zealand Music Month, including vinyl. So I've had my eye on getting this album from Grayson Gilmore, No Constellation, for a while. It's on my list in my little notebook I carry around. And so 25% off was all the incentive I needed really, and this is kind of piano based indie pop, really great songwriting. He's a real talent. He's also in So Modern, who do more kind of electronic kind of dance punk kind of stuff, and yeah, it's a really good album. I'm glad I finally got it. Alright, and this is one I've been playing a lot. I recently, it's the Mad Scene, Blip. I recently read a book on the Velvet Underground, and so I've been playing a lot of Velvet Underground, and then I heard about this release, and the Mad Scene is I suppose the main figure in Mad Scene is Hamish Kilgour from The Clean, and he was in Belter Space for a while. He's based in New York now, and so this is recorded in New York, so other people, it's produced by Sonic Boom. He's got, who else has he got on here? He's got people from Yola Tango in here. He's got his partner Lisa Siegel, he's got Brian Turner from that New York radio station WFMU, so it's a real kind of international mix, but I'm claiming it as New Zealand music because of Hamish Kilgour's connection. And yeah, what a great album. And I was talking about the Velvet Underground because this has just got Velvet stamped all over it, and one review that I read of it in fact said this is kind of like the Velvet Underground inspired clean record that you always wish they'd make. Really does have a strong Velvet's influence, and really, really good. Blip from Mad Scene, I highly recommend that. And I've got one more to show here which is really special, but also just wanted to mention that the radio show is up and running. We're doing that monthly, but I'm doing a hookup really soon with Andre from Waxed on Wednesday, which was a great vinyl only Kiwi music show on Volcano Radio in Littleton before the earthquakes, and Andre had to shift away. So he's coming over to the island, and we're going to hook up and do a show together. So I'll be podcasting that and letting you know. So you can keep up if you go to twitter.com/waihekirecords or facebook.com/countingthebeat. Then you'll see links about when the radio shows are coming up, podcasts of the radio shows. I post those there as well, or links to them, and info about other stuff. But anyway, final record, this Killing Capitalism with Kindness. It's a box set on Turbulence Records. It was originally a collection. It also came out on CD from, I think, can't remember whether, Expressway, which was Bruce Russell from the Dead Sea, his label, and this was a whole lot of singles and releases that came out on that label. It was songs from LPs and all collected together. It came out on CD on Expressway, and Turbulence put it out in this beautiful there's three 12-inch 45s. So it sounds fantastic, and you've got the book going through with a little introduction from Peter Jeffries, and page per track, sometimes two, going through. And this has got people like Trash, George Henderson and Alistair Galbraith, and Kathy Ball, who was Sandra Bell. So these are all kind of Dunedin. This is the stuff that was too weird for Flying Nun, and came out on Expressway. Really, really amazing music, and what a great package, and just one of those things that you just kind of wait long enough and it come along, and the price was awesome. So I'm so pleased to pick that up. I never thought I'd have one of these in my possession. There we go, killing capitalism with kindness. Alright, there's my vinyl update. Thanks for watching, thanks for your comments, and see you later.